Good day, everyone. Never see this happen, everybody. This is a miracle.
Close.
TD will never let Sugar sleep on him like that. I don't on her like that.
Yep.
Okay, this is it. That's all we get, everybody. You like this hat Vince got me? Well, actually, he got it for himself, but what didn't you like about it? Oh, you didn't like the shape of the hat.
Yeah.
I think it's because Japanese people or Asian people mostly have flat heads, like including myself. I have very flat head. That's why it fits on my head, because I have flat head. To watch the sunrise. There's like hardly anybody here. There's a handful of people walking around, but I got a really good spot and I'm watching the sunrise. I don't know why, and I don't know if I'm just on a hormone imbalance because it's Shark Week, but I just felt so, I don't know, just not in the right like mental space. What was that? Just needed to get some fresh air, but it was too hot and I wanted to go with the dog so badly. Maybe I need to explore things all by myself without the dogs, because I feel like I rely on bringing them everywhere all the time, so. What is that bird doing over there, just spread out like that? Is that a real bird? I think it is. Well, that was nice. To just like pop out and leave. That was really nice.
What do I have to say to keep you by my side? How to start and to liquefy it. Need you here to tell me that I'll be okay.
Sun is still in the process.
Maybe one, loving two, and now it's 3 a.m. Thinking what if it's you and me at the end, that maybe we'll be okay. I know that you're coming back home. Know that you're coming back home. Know that you're coming back home in the morning. I know that you're coming back home. Having my own conversations, hoping you will come and save me. Know that you're coming back home in the morning. I hope that you're coming back home.
Same, TT, same. That is the aftermath of doing my P&Ls for June a week late. But I think I already showed the after. Did I? I'll find out in the video. But this is the after of not using the mini fridge as my makeup station anymore. But anyway, I did the June P&L. I don't really know how I feel about how much I made, how much I worked, and it's kind of weird to figure out now because I used to do my personal finances every single month. I mean, I still do, but now that I'm doing my business finances and I decided to write them down on the monthlies, it just kind of, and I also have to remember that because I don't work for somebody, I don't pay taxes right away, so I have to think about the fact that it's probably even less because I have to pay taxes next year. Yeah, so I finished. That took quite some time. A lot of receipts that I compiled together, a lot of purchases at Home Depot, so cost of goods sold. But yeah, I put all my receipts together in a bobby pin, and I think I showed this previously, but I've got that's June, and I've got January and all the months here, and I'm keeping them for a few years. I think I do have, in case this like blows up or it gets lost or something, I do have electronic copy, a digital copy on my hard drive here in my 1 terabyte hard drive. I have photocopies in here, organized in a folder of receipts and expenses, so in case I get audited and I don't have those receipts, I do have another copy elsewhere. But yeah, once this year is over and I file my taxes, I'm just gonna throw away those hard copies and I'll just have that there. But I might think about putting it in an extra space in case I lose this hard drive or something, because these are really important documents, and I think you're supposed to keep tax records for like up to 3 years. I don't know, maybe it was months, not 3 months, maybe 3 years. I don't know, I'll have to find out. Okay, oh, I almost fell. Start throwing these away, huh, Titi? Titi's like my best friend today. Hi, Titi. Hi, Titi girl. Went to the park today? She knows that word so well. I did it. I wanted to start reading this book. I mean, I want to finish my other books that I still need to return to the library. It was due April, but anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. So I wanted to read this book on my own time. And this is how far I've got today. We never, in my plumbing class that I took in the spring, we started from chapter 7, which was, chapter 7 is sanitary drainage. And then we kind of skipped around storm drainage, chapter 11, vents, I think that's chapter 8 or chapter 9. But I never really began the book from the first few pages. So to continue my plumbing education, but on my own, I decided to read like the book. But look, it's Titi girl. It's just kind of hard to start. Also, I'm not really into reading that much. But I haven't been, stimulating my mind with new information, useful information lately at all. I haven't been listening to podcasts, like all of that stuff. Reading, going to the library, all that stuff can't really, be sustained in this quarantine environment, I guess. At least for me. So I started today. I want to hold myself accountable. I wanted to just made it get really, really easy for myself. Just read the code book for 5 minutes. And I realized that because the code book that I have is the illustrated training manual, so its intended purpose is to provide the exact words from the code book, from the Uniform Plumbing Code, but they also have these colors. I think, can you see the difference? Black and blue. The blue is, it's not legally bound language, but it's a easier to understand explanation of what they had covered. Sometimes they won't have a blue section after each code section, but most of the times they do, and this part is just a lot easier to understand. It's pretty much a elaborate explanation of what was covered here in legalese, because this shit is so hard to understand. And I am realizing from the 4 pages that I read just now that it is pretty much a repeat, right? So I'm just gonna read the code section if it doesn't have the blue easier to understand language, and then if it does have the blue part, then I'll just read the blue part. So I've gotten to page 4 and I have already learned some things, and they're so common sense, but you know, it's good to understand that. Chicken and the sausage and spaghetti. Microwave dirty again. Chop my spaghetti. How much I'm gonna eat before dinner.
No small doses, smell of roses. Can't get enough of you. Can't wait to love you. I know that you're coming back home. Know that you're coming back home. Know that you're coming back home in the morning. I know that you're coming back home. Having my own conversations, hoping you will come and save me. Know that you're coming back home in the morning. I hope that you're coming back home.
I'm not wearing my mask inside the car. This is like golden hour. But yeah, golden hour. But the park was beautiful. There were not that many people, so we were able to do social distancing quite easily. I enjoyed it a lot. So we tried this air fryer we got for the first time. That's the chicken. Looks pretty good. We did a lot of pieces because they're kind of small. But we're gonna try these sauces. The El Yucateco, the hot maple bourbon habanero, and then a special sauce that our friend made. And yeah, and we sauteed some mushrooms and broccoli with garlic, salt, and pepper, raw carrots, and ranch. Look at that pretty princess. I'm eating, oh my gosh, I'm spilling everywhere. I'm eating a peanut butter cracker while I wait for my second job today. The first one was fixing a door handle that popped out, but I took it out and I realized that the metal that would just lock onto the thing was cracked. It's a busy street. You know what I realized? Like, I think I've talked about this many times, but it's so crazy how you can be on one street in LA and it's so nice, and then the next street is like, whoa, not nice. And then the next street over is like, whoa, there's like mansions here. And then the next street is just industrial buildings. It's so different. Maybe all cities are like that, but I just noticed it now because when I lived in Hawaii, I never drove. So I didn't know, and then when I lived in Washington, I didn't really explore because I was working all the time. Where else have I lived? Anyway, about to head over to the second job, client's curtain installation. Hopefully it goes well.
How can something so beautiful be so hard to look at?